Hello, everyone. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes so that we can get started. Okay. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Rohan. Hi, Sita. Really nice to have you join us today. Okay, so let's get started. So, personally, I feel this webinar is really going to be a hit because we are not going to share with you why you need to choose WhatsApp. I'm sure you're already pretty convinced as to why WhatsApp is very essential for your business. And I'm sure you're 50% already convinced that WhatsApp is for you, looking at how WhatsApp is really performing and how it is in a complete chase to drive in for WhatsApp. So, hi, I am Kimberly. I have always been here and I'm back again with another WhatsApp webinar for you. I have with me Jay, the partner in crime for WhatsApp always. So, Jay, you want to say hi?
Hey everyone. So yeah, as Kim said, everyone over here is already 50% convinced. But I think it's our job to show you what the wonders that WhatsApp can actually do for your business and do for the growth of your business and get that number from 50 to 100 in the next 30 minutes.
Yes, definitely. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how we can actually achieve this with WhatsApp. We're going to show you what to do, what not to do. We're also going to show you how you can convert all of this into actionable insights. We're also going to show you how you can build very good relations with your customers by just using WhatsApp. So you already know the numbers of how WhatsApp really works. You know that a user opens WhatsApp around 23 times a day, which gives you a window for your message to be read 23 times. Keep that in mind. You already know that you have an OR of 98% on WhatsApp. You already know that you have a response rate of almost 80%. So there are 80% chances that your users are going to respond to your messages that you send on WhatsApp. And we want to really show you these big brands that have just used WhatsApp by just sending messages. They have actually 3x their growth in weeks, and it is really good to see. So you've heard of Netflix.
Right. So Kim, which was the last show you actually watched on Netflix?
Well, funny story here. I actually unsubscribed to Netflix, keeping in mind a lot of all the other channels that came into picture. But hey, here's what Netflix did. They just kept on sending me movie recommendations and why I should be watching it. And if I don't be watching the shows, what I would be missing in life. They went on to that extent. So, hey, good story back again. I am back on Netflix, and I think the Indian matchmaking is something that really everyone is watching. So I think that could be something that I would want to check out again.
Great. So any other big brands that you've seen using WhatsApp to convert you to a customer?
Well, Lenskart was another one though. But before we go on to Lenskart, we had the Flipkart that did like a major big billion campaign if you really noticed. And hey, Amitabh Bachchan, Big B, Big Billion Days. That's how actually Flipkart really got into that going. So what did they actually do? They actually sent messages on WhatsApp that were actually in terms of messages, in terms of images, in terms of audio, and in terms of video. So they did a really good job in actually sending messages, all these formats to their customers. So hey, you're just going to get attracted and just be seen in their chat box there. But Jay, could you just help me? Yes, with what were the numbers did the campaign actually move with?
So get this, within 2 weeks, the campaign ran for 2 weeks. they were able to 3.5 times their conversion. So 3.5x the conversion that they were usually getting was got through this campaign. They were able to 7x their website visitors. So quality visitors on the website, adding products to the cart, all of that, there was 7x those numbers. And the number that everyone wants to know, right? They were able to make $2.5 million in just two
Wow.
weeks.
In
So
just 2 weeks.
imagine the ROI that WhatsApp actually gives you.
And they just had to send messages on WhatsApp. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, the next one has to be Lenskart. They really run like a very good campaign around, I think, February with the Valentine's Day offer coming in mind.
Yeah, I think they were giving like a buy one, get one free plus a 14% off. And all of this was mainly to drive traffic to their website. Because I think, they have that feature where you can try on what frame looks on you right on the website. So they were seeing, less and less traction on the website. So they said, let's just run a WhatsApp campaign. Let's give out, an offer to the customers. And their engagement blew up. It kind of grew a lot through this campaign, and they saw the website traffic drive back up and receive a lot more orders as well.
Well, actually, even I fell for the campaign back then where I actually had on and I would like got myself a new pair of frames where they actually like engaged me pretty well. They convinced me that I have to make this offer on WhatsApp. So that was a pretty successful one for Lenskart as well. So here's what really happened, right? That's what we've been noticing. Just simply broadcasting your messages on WhatsApp can really 10x your growth. You don't even have a choice to think again. So what have you done really here? You found potential customers. One, you found a way to engage with them. Two, three, you managed to sell your product directly on WhatsApp. And four, you've maintained really good relations with your customers. You're really building like a good community where your customers are loyal. So if they hear about you, they know that you're a good brand. So now all of this keeping in mind, I'm going to walk you through a couple of other brands. So here what we're going to do, we're not going to show you the product and what things, WhatsApp are really capable of. We're going to show you brands from different industries really showing all of this and how did they actually get all of that done on WhatsApp. So my first one for you is, but before we go into all the brands that we're going to talk about and what they really did, I want every one of you on call to drop in your phone numbers in the chat box so that we can send you a broadcast in a couple of minutes and you won't even know. It just takes you to drop a number. So while you do that, I would like Jay to go ahead with Hiranandani Realty. That is India's biggest real estate company. And what did they really do? What was their problem, Jay? Could you help us with that?
Absolutely. So I think the real estate space for chatbots is absolutely booming because every time we have a webinar, we have, again, one of India's largest developers with us, and we keep onboarding new ones. So Hiranandani actually was, running a lot of campaigns. They had new projects that were coming up. But what they were seeing was that the marketing campaigns that they were running, they weren't performing as well as they would have liked. There would be visitors visiting the website, but they were not actually leaving the details there. So someone would have visited the website, but as long as Hiranandani wasn't able to get their details, they were never able to go ahead and schedule a site visit and do all of those things that actually lead to a sale of a property. So what we have them with is that we have them actually redirect those customers to WhatsApp directly. So what that brought about is the immediate capturing of a person's phone number as soon as they initiated the conversation, as well as a longer attention span for a customer. So if the customer clicked off the website, the customer was gone forever unless they managed to, click on that ad again. However, even if that WhatsApp chat remained on their phone for 2 or 3 days and they maybe were busy or they didn't pay attention, 2 or 3 days later, they were scrolling through their WhatsApp chats and they realized, damn, I didn't reply to them. I might just want to have a look. And being that 24/7 through a chatbot, so even if they were scrolling at 3 a.m. and they just clicked on a button, they immediately got all the amenities of the properties, the property brochures, every single thing was sent to them directly on WhatsApp.
Yes, that's pretty amazing, especially the fact that you mentioned that how chatbots have been super flexible. So even if you're getting a response from the other side of the time zone, you're actually not missing out on that and you can actually make justice to that conversation. My next one to you is Skippy Ice Pops. Now, all the Shark Tank lovers here, you've definitely watched this feature on television where you had those ice popsicles earlier when we were kids and how they've really monetized this kind of thing. So here's what they've done. Yet notice that they had a huge following on traffic on the website, but they could not manage to get those conversions. They could not manage to get those purchases. So what they did was they moved the entire process, streamlined and optimized it, and moved it to WhatsApp. So if you kind of notice on the screen, if you're watching, you've actually seen how they have just very simplistically kind of mentioned how you can just pick out a product that you like, find out the details about it, add it to your cart, and make the payment right away on WhatsApp. So this kind of really noticed a lower rate in drop-offs. So hey, you've got your conversions, you've got people buying the product, and guess what? The biggest number that I have to share with you is they had an 100% user retention rate, which means, hey, listen, now you've count of the number, think of the number that you have already shared, or your users have purchased your product. Let's say that's about some number in your mind that you get. And what do we mean by retention rate is that those users have come back again and purchased from you. And Skip the Ice Pops managed to get a complete 100% retention rate and no one dropped off. So hey, everyone who purchased the first time from Skippy Pops purchased the product again. So this just showed how magical WhatsApp is for Skippy Pops.
So yeah, next let's talk about Let's Upgrade, another company in the edtech space. So as I said, we're diversifying, we're showing you all the industries. So in the edtech space, what do you need? You want your customers to have all the information about all the courses that you offer in one place itself. That's WhatsApp for you. The customer does not have to scroll through, millions of pages of what certificates will they get post doing your course? What will the course cost them? When does it start? When does it end? Do they have any assignments pending? A to Z, every single thing that a student would need is provided to them on WhatsApp. And especially you're targeting the younger audience. Every single person, trust me, uses WhatsApp more than they use any other application on their phone. So basically, what Let's Upgrade did is that they built an entire solution around this, helped acquisition of new customers through through WhatsApp by taking down user details, giving them all the details in one place itself, as well as existing students. They made it so easy for them to track their course progression, track how much is left, track what would the next steps be for them, instead of going to an online place like Coursera or any of these places where you're going to get confused by the millions of courses. They streamlined everything right into one chatbot. So that is something that has helped them grow a lot.
That is super amazing, Jay, because hey, personally, even I have noticed one thing when I really am interested in doing a kind of course, and the website is so confusing. They have zillion points all over that I just go into a spiral, and then hey, I end up not doing the course, especially on that website. But having this kind of a process set up on WhatsApp itself, like hey, I'm just asking for the details and I'm getting the details that I want, and hey, I move ahead. So Let's Upgrade really did that work for all the developers out there. So hey, you should check out. And hey, we will be adding all the WhatsApp links of all these brands that we're talking about in our resource blog that we will be sharing with you shortly. So you can go and have a personal experience for yourself. You can go and actually check out the options that they're sharing and how the bots are engaging. So you can have a clear picture on that.
Right. Next, let's talk about L&T, one of India's largest conglomerates. Now, L&T was basically looking for ways to improve agent productivity. They had a lot of incoming queries, a lot of repetitive queries, which was, even though they probably had a workforce enough to handle it, it was still so much that they thought, why not use automation? Why not give our customers a better experience with quicker responses? So, with a huge inflow of repetitive queries, it was difficult to scale and reply in real time. That's why they employed Ingati's chatbot to do this for them. 8.8 times user queries were handled by the bot as they were for agents. And about 77% queries were actually answered by the bot. That imagine the amount of workload that reduces on an agent who can actually pay attention to the customers who do need that human touch to solve their query. So they completely automated this entire process using Ingati.
Well, that is amazing. Like I was just seeing how this kind of automation really helps. So like say, for example, if you had 10,000 people actually taking care of your support system, taking care of all the queries coming in, and you had 77%, like you mentioned, were answered by the bot. So that means roughly around 700, 750 people is equal to one bot. Wow, that is a number. So you are actually paying for hardly anything for actually against a cost of hiring 770 people. Wow, WhatsApp can really do that. That is super amazing. Well, coming to my next brand is the Nursery Life for all the pot lovers out there. It has really been, I didn't mean that pot, I meant the flower pot and the plants. I know where you guys are going, but hey, here's what they've done. They managed to pull out a really good campaign where they asked people who landed on WhatsApp bot were actually directed to ask to refer to people who would love plants and who would love pots and gardening and so on and so forth. And this campaign really proved to be engaging because a lot of people nationally actually came across and made a lot of purchases. So they greet you already once you enter the live chat, like you see in the presentation, that they greet you with already giving you a free plan, and hey, it works. I mean, hey, I purchased one already. So they just they give you this link and they go ahead and they really engage you. They are very kind with the words. They keep sending you quotes, and it's really nice to have that kind of a conversation. So hey, if anyone who I meet further in life is going to ask me about, hey, do you know about this plant shop, these plants, these saplings, where am I going to get them, Nursery Life is definitely going to come in. So hey, Nursery Life has one loyal customer, definitely going to be me. The next one I would really talk to you is Moneybox. Moneybox is from the BFSI industry. Now, I'm sure you get a lot of calls for loans, for credit cards, and so on and so forth. But hey, all of that is super annoying, especially at times when you're not in a mood to entertain all of this. And hey, when you want all of these details, these people are nowhere at sight. But that's where Moneybox comes into picture. What they're really doing is they completely moved the entire process of loan purchases to find about details and all the other information right at your fingertips. So hey, even the KYC for that matter is really on WhatsApp. So they just want to tell me to put in a picture of my identification proof right from my WhatsApp. I'm going to just send a picture and the KYC gets done. So you don't have to wait long hours. You don't have to get over never-ending calls that never get your questions answered. And WhatsApp just really did that. Got my even KYC done. That's super amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And Jay, before you go ahead, I know you're already super excited for the next one, but hey, I mean, I so much as I want to tell you about the next brand, but I don't know, we cannot because it comes from our partner. India's largest edtech company just managed to sell over 110 million users messages on WhatsApp, and that just happened with a few clicks in one day. They had like this huge collection of lists that they already had, and they sent 10 million users messages. Now I know that is a
That's impressive. That is so impressive.
And it's so amazing because they didn't have to, kind of come across different kind of campaigns across social media. They didn't have to wait for emails to show up, and so they've got a lot of responses from that. That did pretty well.
Wow. Talking to you about the next company is a little different. It's Modakir. It's based out in Saudi Arabia. But this is mainly to show you that regardless of which part of the planet your customers are on or which part of the country your customers are on, we can actually help you, or WhatsApp can actually help you reach out to these customers in the language of their choice. We know that a lot of people are sensitive about this, and you would want to maybe attract your customers by speaking to them in their local languages. And with support for about 55 plus languages, you're able to do just that, where you can communicate in the language of your choice directly with the customers. And as you can see, it looks so seamless. It looks pretty much the same. And that would probably help you attract so much a greater audience in a newer region that you as a company would like to target. So that's exactly what Modakir is doing. And as you can see on your screen, yeah, what it looks like.
Well, that is so interesting as to, because sometimes what really happens is just because of language barrier, you kind of lose your customer, which is so incorrect and that is so bad, right? I mean, if you already have a multilingual bot that could really talk to you in different kind of language and help you understand your need, that would really do wonders for the brand as well.
Absolutely.
Well, Jay, that comes to the end of all the brands that we're going to show you. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of things. I know you've already got my point, and I'm sure by now you're 100% kind of convinced that WhatsApp is something that you have to do. And how we're going to do it is I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to collect all of this. I'm going to summarize this really quick for you. But hey, it's never too late, right? So now that you know WhatsApp could do wonders, and hey, all of these target audiences that we just spoke to you about, these brands are indirectly your target audience too. So they have invented the wheel, so you don't go and reinvent. You can just pick up from what they've done. So what did we really talk about? We spoke about broadcast promotional messages. So we spoke about how you could send discount offers, you could send product launch messages, end of season sale messages, newsletters, carousels, product catalogs, polls. Oh my God, I just said that in one breath. But hey, you could do all of this just by sending broadcast messages on WhatsApp. The next one is notifications and reminders. So you could send reminders for your order, shipping. You could send abandoned cart. You could keep sending them reminders like, hey, you've left out your product in the cart. Hey, you should check that out. Here's a discount offer. And they say that messages that come in via notifications kind of convert 5x more than an email or SMS. So if you want to see a notification about something, you're definitely going to click compared to you opening an email, checking out an SMS, so on and so forth. 3, we spoke about retargeting campaigns for a higher growth. So who can you retarget to? You can retarget to the people who have read your messages on WhatsApp, people who have not read your messages on WhatsApp. You can also send messages to people who have not responded but checked out your message. People who have clicked and engaged with your campaign, you can also send them messages. So here you're actually 3x your marketing sales, and you are actually getting a lot of conversions. Remember Skippy that I talked to you about, how they managed to get like that 100% retention rate? That's how they did it. They kept on sending retargeted messages to their clients. The next one, the fourth one, is support sales. Like how Jay clearly mentioned, how chatbot and live chat really play an important role. So here's what you're going to do. You could kind of just add in the WhatsApp widget, the WhatsApp QR code, WhatsApp link to all your collaterals, and you can try and pull in all your users to WhatsApp, and you can ethically convert your and increase your user base with all their phone numbers and their email IDs along with their names. You remember about that edtech company I told you? That's how. Now imagine, okay, you send out that broadcast, you have sent that out for your company, and you've got say 1%, worst case 1% of response rate, which leaves you with like what, 1,000 responses. Now definitely you're not going to have the time and energy to 24/7 sit and respond to all of that and make justice to all of that. Even if you're sitting with like 10 cups of coffee, you won't be able to make justice to that. So hey, that's when the chatbot comes into picture. He'll take care of like almost 90% of queries, leaving the different ones or the difficult ones to a live agent to handle. The next one was converting all your website traffic to the bot itself, and especially for a topic where we're talking about ads. Now we've had a lot of queries where people, when they do their ads, they directly link it to the website, again sending your user back into a spiral where they again have to go to the product page that they went and again search for the product they use, and then again go and make the purchase switch again. I mean, a lot of things to do on the website can really put off a customer, and you might lose that customer. So you can run ads, you can have a one-on-one conversation with them directly after they have interacted with the ad, and you can have a higher conversion rate. And the insights and the analytics. That is Jay's favorite part. So he's going to talk to you about that.
Absolutely. So, I mean, as Kim said, right, I think this is the final, dagger that should kind of put it to bed, that you should be 100% convinced that WhatsApp is the channel for you. As you can see, this is one of our customers who actually sent out a broadcast. They sent it to 239, out of which it was sent to 238 people. 93.28% delivery rate. Let's talk about that. That is a great figure compared to a 60% open rate. Nearly a 60% of the people are actually opening your messages. All you marketers, think about it this way: when you're sending your emails, you probably aren't even hitting 2 or 3% compared to 60%, which is an absolutely huge number. So that is something that WhatsApp does for you, because people open WhatsApp on an average about 28 times per day, and you are landing with a message directly into their inbox. You're you can be very confident that the person is actually going to open the message. And let's talk about the 21% of the people who actually interacted with the message. Means 21 people actually clicked on the message, responded to the message, showed some kind of intent to the message that was actually sent. That is a very good number as compared to any other channel of marketing. And think about, even if you manage to convert 10% out of those 21%, think about the ROI that WhatsApp is able to bring to the table as compared to you spending all your marketing dollars on all the other channels of marketing. This is what WhatsApp actually does for you.
That is brilliant, Jess. So actually having this kind of a section where you're going to talk about insights and analytics actually helps you figure out what campaign worked best for you. Hey, marketeers, this one's for you. So it's going to tell you what campaign worked the best. A clicks heat map where it's going to show you what message, what CTA got the higher number of clicks, at what time the campaign really worked, what time are these people really opening the messages and checking them out, and what region worked the best for you. So hey, this I collectively quickly put everything together, and I'm sure that you kind of understood why WhatsApp is important, how WhatsApp is important, and how you're going to figure out. And meanwhile, while we were having this conversation, I think the broadcast message has already been sent and I have already received it. There you go. We've sent the broadcast message really quick about the webinar and we've received it. So that's really cool. Couple of minutes and I've already received the message. So what are we going to do next? I want all of you to pull out your phones, scan this QR code, and here's what we have already. Remember all the brands that we spoke about? We have put down all the links of it in the resource blog. We've put down blogs and articles and resources that could help you with. So we have included a WhatsApp number brands that we spoke about. We've added an ethical list of how you can create a 10,000 list of ethical numbers. How are we going to do that? We've put the link in that resource as well. We've also sent with you and shared with you ready-to-use templates, ready-to-use CTAs that drive the most clicks, and a guide of how you can build your own chatbot from scratch. So while you do that, I just want you to let you know, I want to remind you that Jay and me are always available to attend to all your queries. You can drop us a message on LinkedIn. You can send us an email. We're always available. You can tell us what really worked for you, what really worked for your brand, something that could help someone else as well. We would really love to welcome that. And hey, that's the goal of Engati. We don't really want to pitch anything to you, but hey, we just want you to understand that we're always going to be here available with a solution for your problems if you face any. And that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, I'm sure you have many, feel free to drop them in the section below, in the chat section below. So me and Jay can help pick that up and clear that for you. Okay, we've already have questions coming in. What should the strategy be to reach out to people who have shared out their contacts on an event or a flea market?
So I think if they are attended an event or something for a specific topic, what you could do is probably you could reach out to them initially by just engaging with them, thanking them for attending the event, maybe sharing a document or a video that you've made of what happened at the event. Once they show some kind of interest in that is maybe when you could start pitching them products or whatever the strategy beyond that could be, but that would be a good starting point.
Awesome. The next question is, how can we send broadcast messages to more than 10,000 people? Does that require any permission?
No, it does not require any permission. You can actually just upload that data onto Engati and actually send it out. But when the user does receive the message, they would have the option to opt out of receiving those messages if they think what you are sending them is irrelevant. And you would have to comply with that, since you do not want to be spamming people, because no one likes that really, and that could lead to blocking of your number.
Correct. I hope that answers the question. The next one is, how do I handle opt-in and opt-out for the WhatsApp Business API?
So I think I just answered that. Each message would have an option for a person to opt out. And if they're engaging with the message, other than clicking opt out, they're essentially happy to opt in and engage with your business. So those are the people you should probably pay more attention to.
Thank you. The next one says, how can Engati really help me with building up or starting my WhatsApp campaigns?
So Ingati can help you be the channel of automation that you use to send the WhatsApp campaigns. However, the data of the customers, as we said, you can, if you do not already have existing data, our chatbot can help you convert your customers and collect their data directly from the ads that you are running. So once your marketing strategy is in place, come to us for a personalized demo and we'll walk you through that.
Definitely. We are just looking forward to you reaching us out so that we can book a call and then maybe we can get things moving from there. The next question is, what is the process for WhatsApp Business API verification? We've got this a lot.
Right. So I think it's very simple. You just need to have a verified Facebook Business Manager and a phone number. That's about it. And then you can get a verified WhatsApp Business API.
That was pretty simple. The next one is, can I send a broadcast message every day?
Yes, you can absolutely send a broadcast message every day. There's nothing stopping you from doing that.
We have another question that says, can you also discuss the advantages of communities in a WhatsApp and how can I leverage that as a business?
So I think that is something that is more of a personal WhatsApp group, not a very professional way to reach out to your customers. And you're going to scale with that because there's going to be a limit of the people you can add to those groups. As well as once those people actually reply, you're going to have to manually reply to them, which again, when scale comes in, you're going to struggle with that. So that's something completely different as to what we discussed in the webinar.
That is awesome. Can I schedule messages to be sent to the WhatsApp Business API?
Yes, you can absolutely do that. You can schedule them. You can schedule them to go out daily, weekly, monthly, depending on how you wish to run a campaign. Do you want it to be a drip campaign? Do you want to just send out everything at one shot and let go? It completely depends upon you.
Awesome. How much does it cost to have the brand logo and title as a sender?
It doesn't cost anything. It just requires meta verification.
Awesome. That was pretty much. How do we get the green verified tick? We've answered that. Yes, I think that's pretty much it. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes more in case if you have anything. If you've checked out the resource blog, I'll go back to the resource section so you can scan through it, go through the resource blog, see if you have any questions there, and feel free to ask them. And I think, yes, that was pretty much it. Thank you, Rohan. Rohan says that this was a good session. Thank you, Rohan. I'm really glad that we could help you understand how you can actually tap into the various features of WhatsApp and how automation really plays an important role and can save you a lot of time and energy into really getting that 3x growth that you need for your business. So thank you so much, Rohan. Thank you, Ramesh. Ramesh says it was a good session as well. Thank you so much. But hey, we're always available at Ingati. Feel free to reach out to Jay, reach out to me. If you have any queries, we would be much happier to address them via a demo, a call that you want to do, something you want to share. We're there always. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in.
It is super awesome to have all of you join us and always help us, cheer for us, do this webinar. So we'll be back soon. And the next webinar is going to be super crazy. So you have to stay tuned for that. We'll put in the details shortly. You'll know it. And for everyone who's attended, not attended, you will be getting a link of the webinar. So hey, if you've missed out or joined in a little bit later, don't worry. We'll have these resources saved for you and you'll get them straight in your inbox. So that is me, Kim, signing off. And Jay, it was really nice having this conversation with you. We will keep having a lot of WhatsApp.
Absolutely.
Because WhatsApp is really going somewhere and we have to latch on to that. So, hey, thank you so much for joining and we'll see you soon. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.